Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So last night I have a long chat with a friend from Asia who asked me what to say on the Xi Xiaodong referring Kung Fu as fake Kung Fu. So I have a long chat with him, and today I like to share with you what I share with him. And if you want to know the truth of Kung Fu after you complete this video, you will know what it is. Now, the first thing I told our friend, I said, Xi Xiaodong said, fake Kung Fu. It is not the Kung Fu, the Chinese Kung Fu, which is fake. It is you have a lot of fake master. And whatever this fake master practice or teach are fake Kung Fu. But it is not fake Kung Fu. How can you say the Kung Fu of General Qi Ji Guang, which is recorded in the history, which is influencing the Korean, influence the Japanese or Okinawan, fake, right? But then if you have fake grandmaster who is teaching something fake, then that got nothing to do with Chinese Kung Fu, but it is their creation. It is the fake Kung Fu which they create. So Xi Xiaodong is go towards those who practicing fake thing, not the Chinese Kung Fu, as in General Qi Ji Guang's case. Have you ever seen Xi Xiaodong go against General Qi Ji Guang? Okay, so today I like to share with you what is fake, what is real. Now, since 100 years ago, more than 100 years ago, like the Boxer Librarian time, uh, early 1900, there are many so-called fake grandmaster is promoting their kung fu with the same pattern with the Boxer Librarian. This is how it is. You can look into it, and then this is the formula of the fake kung fu. Okay. First, they will find a godlike spokesman for their system or for their style. A godlike system, a godlike person or the spokesman of the god for their style. And then, because of this godlike person is the spokesman of their style, then that style is make believe like it acquire some time some type of divine characteristics. Okay, because the spokesman is the god's like spokesman. And then when you practice the style, it's like the pilgrim, like you're going to see doing something sacred. So that is the formula. You look like Tai Chi. It is known in the history, in the proper Chinese history. The oldest Tai Chi is what? Chen Tai Chi. 28 of that momentum of Chen Tai Chi is from what? From General Qi Ji Guang. 32 momentum. But then 100 years ago, somebody used the Taoist Zhan San Feng as the godlike spokesman for his Taiji. And then after that, Taiji become like acquire some divine characteristics. And then the people who practice that is like it's like a pilgrim, okay, doing something sacred. You see that thing in Wing Chun? The same. You got this Mui or Jisim. Now it's not Taoist, but it's Buddhist. It's like the spokesman of the Buddha, spokesman of the Bodhidharma. Okay, so the godlike spokesman uh, spoke for the Wing Chun. And then Wing Chun was suddenly like having this acquire this divine characteristics. And then so when you practice Xiu Lin Tao, then it is like a pilgrim, okay, doing something sacred, something, well, it's so advanced. It's like those who practice Tai Chi says like, oh, this is ultimate. And even now, the same thing. You find a godlike spokesman like Bruce Lee, and then you say Ip Man is the teacher of this godlike person, Bruce Lee. And then say thereby Wing Chun have this advanced this divine characteristics, and thereby you practice Yulin Tao. It is a pilgrimage, okay? It's like something sacred. But in fact, Bruce Lee said, "Hey, Wing Chun is a land swimming in 1969. Remember that?" So all of those are making up. For past 100 years, the Tai Chi guy learned like from the boxer librarian. The boxer librarian say, they found a godlike spokesman in the Taoist, and then they say, oh, you become a boxer librarian, you'll be protected, bullet will not get into you, and then they practice whatever they practice. So for past 100 years or more, actually it's more than 100 years, it's continued in that thing. So what do you expect? And everybody will say, I'm from the Taoist, I'm from the Buddhist. There's sacred, divine stuff in their system. And then when you practice that, you have this ultimate, you have this whatever. And then they keeping talking about the grandmaster of the past. And all these grandmasters, some of them even laying every day in the opium den, okay? Or womanizing. So that is fake kung fu, you like it or not. For past 100 years, it's become like that. Now, so what is the real kung fu? What is the real kung fu? Today I'm going to use our today's English sports science term to define for you. What are they? Actually, in the real kung fu, there are management, three management group. You need to know all these three management group, or else you don't have the kung fu system. Disregard our it is Wing Chun or Wing Chun 1850, okay, particularly Wing Chun 1850 or any legit, comprehensive, real Chinese Kung Fu, it will have these three types. So the first management a proper Kung Fu have is power management. The second is energy management. The third is momentum management. If you don't have these three, all of them, you know that Kung Fu is either partial or either it is just like 100 years ago, Tang Hao said, hey man, this is just making mysterious, this is just making states-like stuff. So the first thing, power management. How is that defined, power? Power defined as muscular power, meaning how rapid you can exert force or your explosiveness. Okay? So there's power management. You want to have martial art, hey man, that's the bottom line. If you don't have that power, forget about it. So power is not like, oh, this is energy, this is power, this is strength, this is force. No, it's well defined. So within the power management, you have the training of movement. Movement. Meaning your body, all those joints have to be mobile, okay? Flexible. That is the movement under the power management, the movement training, okay? So all your joints, your flexibility, you have to be developed there under the movement. The second is uh, neuromuscular skill, meaning you need to be able to handle your body's muscle, your sinews and so forth. Okay, so please check in the Google neuromuscular skill. That's the exact word. Okay, so that is the second. The third is the uh, handling of the breathing and your intra-abdominal pressure. Okay, three things. So the first thing is your movement handling. You need to be flexible and stable, dynamically and stable with your movement. And the second is muscular skill, where you be able to handle your entire body muscle and you have that muscle endurance so that you be able to support the power management. And then the third one is your breathing and your uh, intra-abdominal pressure handling. Without that, you cannot handle your core and you don't have your stamina to do the job for power management. Okay, so you need the deep breathing and so forth, like today's sports. So there's three things, right? Now, the you can look at it like the breathing, the intra-abdominal pressure, like your car's combustion system. You know, every car have a combustion system. Your neuromuscular skill and your movement, you can look at it is like your transmissions and your suspension system of the car. Y- Your car need to have a proper transmission system, suspension system, and then your combustion system to work, or else you don't have car. Okay? So that is belong to the power management system. Now, energy. Well, just now I have a define for you, right? Power, your force, and your mobility, your movement, your muscular, and so forth. Now we talk about energy. Energy is not power. Energy is energy. In Chinese system, energy management, energy management, meaning recovery, recovery, and uh, increasing your body energy. So recovery, we all know, right? You after training, like in the power management system, you need to recover your body. And if you recover your body, you have a good nutrition, you can grow your energy, your body energy. Okay? So energy is not everything energy. When you talk about power, the explosiveness, don't talk about energy there. You talk about power is how rapid you can exert that force, that strength. Okay, so everything this has to be clear. Now, in the energy management, the ancient Chinese, the bottom line of that energy management for the ancient Chinese is what? Be able to calm down your nerve and your heart. That is the bottom line. Okay, now in this energy stuff, if you want to talk about all this qi, xing qi to dan tian, everything, in today's language, if you cannot calm down your nerve or your heart, like in more scientific term, if you cannot activate your parasympathetic nervous systems, you really don't know what it is. And in ancient Chinese practice of in the energy system, energy managing, you have to reach the point of the the breathing and your mind mutual dependent state. Mind and breathing mutual dependent state. Only after that you be able to get into the level of recovery and or growing your energy or increasing your energy, or in one term is called entering into samadhi. In today's term, that mind and breathing mutual dependent state is just a deep state of calming your mind, calming your nerve and your heart. And at that time, when your mind and breathing is interdependent, you have this natural low abs rhythmic, natural uh, deep, natural uh, rhythmically breathing. This breathing is very different than the power management breathing, deep breathing, where you can control the intra-abdominal pressure and so forth. Okay, they are different stuff. So deep breathing, you need to ask, is it the deep breathing of the power management or the deep breathing of you calm your nerve and your heart down? Okay, hope that you get it. Now all of this is scientifically can be measured. So disregard of this Taoist, disregard it is Buddhist, you need to enter that samadhi if you want to talk about in the Buddhist or Taoist term. In order to deal with this energy or the spiritual stuff. Okay. Now, but today, hey, let's make it simple. Can you calm down your Nerve system, can you calm down your heart? Well, just measure your heart rate variability. Measure your heart rate, measure your breathing rate. See how it drops. That is the energy part, energy management. So the third part, okay, so you have the power, you have the energy management, power management, energy management. Now it's momentum management. You want to go fight, you need to know how to handle different type of momentum, different type of momentum strategy, because fighting is defined as by the ancient like the general Qi Ji Guang. Fighting is a game of momentum exchange. Okay? Now, so if you have the power, you need to have the power management in order to support the momentum management. Now, the momentum management using today's term, very simple. If I want to fight him this fast, I have to have one type of momentum. If I have to fight him this, I want to fight him this close, I have to have one type of momentum. There is momentum handling, momentum management. Now, if he is really tall, I want to fight him close, so that I can have advantage because he's very tall, big. Or if he's shorter than me, and then I want to keep a distance. There's momentum handling. Or I know he's very strong, so I set him up with this fake stuff, but the intention is shot at him from the side. There's a setup. So you have all this momentum management, your tactic of how you want to fight, uh, your characteristics of momentum you want to use, your setup. That is momentum management. Now, any real kung fu based on general Qi Ji Guang Dao have that three characteristics. If you don't have this, sorry, either you are partial or you really completely in the fake kung fu category. So many people ask me, how about this? You see this Tai Chi push hand and fudging stuff. Well, today the push hand and fudging, is that good? Sure, it's good. But you need to know what it is. Today's the mainly for those what you see in the public on this fudging, this neijing or internal jing, this push hand stuff. It's just what? It's just a limited narrow scope of the power management or the suspension handling part of that power management we have mentioned. Meaning, oh, I know how to handle my joints. I know how to handle my joints, right? This is a mobility joint. This is a stability joint. This is mobility joints. This is mobility joint. This is stability joints. And then I have uh, neuromuscular skill so that I can play with uh, uh, the force. Those are just uh, analogy to as a suspension, the car suspension uh, system type of stuff. And if you look at the push hand and everything, it's a limited scopes. It's doing in a really slowly. So you have somebody like the student or the audience or the common people who have never trained in the suspensions part of the power management. So it's like a car without the proper suspension. And then now you have this car, other car. The teacher car is the car with some suspension training. So that you have there's a student who don't have the suspension training, and you have the teacher which have the suspension training a little bit, and then they do it in a slowly, or you come and absorb your strength or jing, okay, using the term jing. Who know God know what the heck is that? Okay, and then and then you say what absorb, and then they push back. You see the student fly away. Well, because he just don't have as good suspensions as you. But all of this is done in what? Slow speed suspension. It is not the entire power management. You look at that guy who fight the Lei Lei, Tai Chi guy who fights Xi Xiaodong. He have all kinds of in his TV show, yeah, in public television show him how he can put a bird on his hand so the bird don't doesn't fly, and then he push hand this way that way. But when he get into the Xi Xiaodong training, who have a full training in the power management, one shoot in is an entire thing crushed. So it's like you have this car, you promote your car with a good suspension systems at 5 miles per hour, and then you can crush bumper to bumper. Are you serious? When you get into the highway over 70 miles per hour, you want to play there? That's exactly what happened. Thing broke apart. Okay, and it is very disaster to keeping thinking about playing with the suspension slowly. Suspension system is the ultimate martial art. I touch you and you fly, or I stick at you. Have you ever, you go check in the history, the Chinese Kung Fu send their people, the Chinese people have their grandmaster go fight in Thailand with the Thai boxer. Does any of those so-called have this internal jing stuff ever win? Why never? Why? All the suspension game is play either with the hand, this hand range, so that you have a lot of joints, be able to do the suspensions, or with the touching the opponent in the muscle area. The minute the elbow going down to the face, to the solid, like your chest bone, your thoracic bone, your rib cage, your knee, your leg area, the entire thing collapse. So you can have 100 or 1,000 years of push hand. When that strike come in to the head, to the heart area of your body, like your bone area in the heart of your body, with an impact, okay, meaning that you have impulse inside there with the change of momentum, like people launch a elbow strike or knee strike at you at that place, you KO. Same thing as the Xi Xiaodong just go shoot into the Lei Lei, the Tai Chi guy is KO. Where is your all this suspension stuff? See, I really don't want, I'm a Buddhist, I don't want to tell you this, that how to break that thing. However, I tell you today in the notion to say, please do not get into false security. You can do your push hand for 1,000 years. You cannot take an elbow or a knee to your rib cage and so forth. Because it is not a suspension game. It is a power management game, momentum game. Okay? People bait you into that, and then one strike down. I don't want to share this because I feel really guilty towards Buddha to sell this to share this to you because that's how you KO people. You know what they are, you mark that target, you're going down, it's over. General Chi Chi Guang is using those kind of stuff. Okay? I don't like to create violence and tell people how to KO other people. But this is for to tell the public, say, don't monkey around or whatever you don't know. Okay? And the reality is this cold. So because we know that thing is very dangerous, so don't play with it. Walk away. We are not trained with it. We are not the pro trained with it. So you see in Thai boxing or even in Kyokushin, KO is not that difficult. If you mark it down, you calculate the timing, you have the power, exertions, and so forth, and all your this slow suspension skill in Jing and everything will never be able to take it. The same thing. Have you ever seen in the Chinese history, disregard what all this story about the internal art of China, blah blah blah? Have they really fought a real Western boxing champion and win? Have they? So I don't know what to say sometimes. Okay. So if somebody want to go through this pilgrimage way of training their Tai Chi, their Wing Chun, that's fine. This is a free world. But stop to call that martial arts because it is not responsible to people that's misleading people. People can get hurt really seriously. You believe that people just go learning a little bit slow thing on all this, as what I mentioned just now, the suspension system or suspension handling of the car, and then you think you can go to the safari, you can go to the race Formula One, okay? So yes, all your chi, your stick, your energy stuff is simple to break. Who want to stick at you anyway? Who want to have the push hand at you anyway? Just move the side, strike in to the solid area where you don't you when your suspension is very weak with a high speed. Oh, okay. So you cannot keeping promote Chinese Kung Fu as have this touch hand and everything. I mean, come on. Okay. And so as in Wing Chun, the same, right? You put Bruce Lee up there like a godlike beings to promote Wing Chun before you're using like a Mui or Jisim. Jisim is the Zen master from Bodhidharma, blah blah blah. Does it exist? Never exists. Now you use Bruce Lee, and then you make all this Yip Man movie, and then you say Wing Chun is Tan Bong Folk. Are you serious? You look at the three system, three management I just shared with you. Have you ever trained there? How are you going to face somebody who trained there? Sorry to say, in today's MMA, maybe they don't train in the energy as the ancient Chinese, who is a Buddhist, who train Anapanasati, who the Taoists, who train all this elixir stuff. But they do have the complete system. Thai boxing have that. Kyokushin have that. So how are you going to face this world? So your power management system, you can measure it today in terms of scientific. How much power you can deliver, how much strength you can take, right? And your energy system, your heart rate, your breathing rate, your heart rate variability, your momentum. You can measure it like those people who do sprinting in the uh, in the uh, in the uh, running, or if you look at in the judo Olympic training, scientific training. So Kung Fu have all these three things. So there is no fake Kung Fu. Kung Fu is real. It's only fake people create fake thing they sell. It's a marketing publicity in past 100 something years where the document is there. And in Wing Chun now you make all this Ip Man movie. Are you serious? There's Wing Chun, or it is the same thing in the same directions of all the Chinese fake Kung Fu. They don't teach their people the real Chinese ancient Kung Fu. But it is a marketing public city. First, get a godlike person to be a spokesman of that style, and then that style will be look like it has some kinds of divine characteristics. And then when you doing whatever practice like your Xiu Lim Tao, then that is you have this sacred inside there. If you go that path, or you go just cheese out every day, you go that path, you never ever learn these three management system, the power management, the energy, and the momentum. You never get that. Just look around. How many have this system? But you go back to the General Qi Ji Guang or Shaolin Classic, Shaolin Sword Strike Classic, or the Wing Chun 1850, or other martial arts, or Chen Tai Chi. You can see all the system aligned there. Okay, so it can be tell clearly with today's language and today's science. And so it is not, oh, it's Taoist, it is Buddhist, it is this and that. But I asked him, do you know what is sati? Oh, I don't know what is sati. If you don't have sati, what do you talk about Buddhist? Let's talk about Taoist. Do you know about the mind and breathing mutual dependent, 心息相依? Oh, I don't know about it. So if you don't know about it, what the heck is about? You're talking about chi, energy. Energy what? I'm sorry to have to say this today. It's almost 2024. I wish everybody progress. And I am sorry to tell you about the KO, how to break those kind of internal chi stuff, internal energy stuff. But this is reality. Not saying it is going to cause a lot of people have this delusion or hallucinations or fantasy on what is the real world. So I share what it is in the history of China. You are free to take it or leave it.